Hi, this is the presentation about our web-based learning system project that we created. So a little background information about our project. We created this web-based learning system for a kindergarten class, and it was for a combined social studies and English language arts lesson. There's 21 students in the class. All of them are Caucasian, and there's 92% are on free and reduced lunch. 8 of them struggle with reading and 8 struggle with sounds. In kindergarten, kids come in with a wide variety of learning experiences and prior knowledge, so that's something that we had to work with when we were designing this. So this web-based learning system was designed to help students share personal experiences through illustrations and stories. And so the students used a timeline to present the information, and that helped them order the events of their personal experiences on a timeline. And then when they were done with the web-based learning system and done creating their personal history timeline, students would then share it with the class, and so they would interact, sharing their stories and their readings to learn about the other students in the class. So we did a needs assessment, and this influenced the design of our web-based learning system. In the needs assessment, we found out that there was a wide range of ability of these students. As I mentioned previously, 8 of them struggle with reading and 8 struggle with sounds. There's also a wide range of technology levels. Some students have iPads at home, and some come into kindergarten with very little technology experience. And then also there's a wide range of personal experience, and this really impacts the personal history timeline because some students will struggle to find events, or figure out events for their timeline, while others will easily be able to say, oh, I went on vacation when I was 3 years old. So both of those things definitely impact the design of our web-based learning system. And because there is such a wide range of ability and experiences, that's why we chose a web-based learning system, so that it could be self-paced, so students could go as fast or as slow as they need. And then also we chose the web-based learning system because this allows for stations and grouping. So some students are really going to struggle with ordering events on a timeline. So while some students are working on the web-based learning system, there might be other students at a station practicing ordering events, or there might be students with the teacher reading about a personal history. So that's why we chose a web-based learning system, was because of the wide range of ability and technology experience, and also of personal experiences as well. So then we designed and developed our web-based learning system. We did a task analysis, and we prioritized all the tasks that we wanted in the web-based learning system. And this did change when it came down to the final product, but as far as the task analysis, that really helped us and give us a good understanding of what we wanted to include in our web-based learning system. And then also in the development process, we found that the sitemap that we had designed was very helpful, and that gave us kind of like a rough draft of what we wanted our web-based learning system to look like. So after the design phase, then we started developing our web-based learning system, and we chose Weebly. We had some experience with Weebly, and we just thought it would be best for our purposes. And then we did this on the sitemap. We divided the web-based learning system into different sections: learn, do, discuss, and evaluate. And those we just felt like were really simple and straightforward, and that for kindergartners that might be pretty easy to understand. So to continue with the design and development, we did some expert tests and some subject matter expert tests, and then we did a usability test. And based on those things, we decided that we needed to keep it pretty simple. Not a lot of words, because there is a wide range of ability, so you know, some students might not be able to read the words, and so the experts suggested that we use more pictures. We also added videos to support the reading, so For the students who can't read that well, they can listen to and watch the video, and that would tell them what they need to do. The experts also said that we should add more color. We had a black and yellow web-based learning system, but then we made it more colorful. And then they also suggested that we make the text larger. So all of those things were things that we added throughout the development and evaluate the testing process with our experts. And so then here is our web-based learning system. So the first page that you come to is the home page, and it's a short introduction, and then the objectives are posted there as well. And then there's a video that goes over all of that text, and then in the video it also goes through each page and what you're supposed to do on each page. So then we put watch first, so that would direct students to do that first. And then, so like I said, we divided our web-based learning system into different sections: learn, do, discuss, evaluate. So then the second thing you do is you go to the learn page, and they just learn about what a personal history is. So a story, an order about you. And then we have some new words, some definitions, and then they click here, and that takes them to Quizlet, and they can study the new words and flip through note cards of the new words. And then I gave them some examples. The first one is an example of a timeline for the school day, because this is something that they can relate to, that they're familiar with. And then the second one is a timeline of a personal history, and it's just an example that I made of myself. So, and this is what theirs will look like, so I thought that would be helpful for them to see. And then they go to the do section, and we have 1, 2, 3, and as well as first, second, and third written out of what they need to do on this page. So the first thing they do is they make sure they have everything ready for their timeline. They need their 4 events, they need pictures, and they need a title. And the second is they watch another video, and this explains how to make the timeline. And then the third thing they do is to click to make their timeline. And then when they're done with the do page, then you can go to the discuss page, and there's a discussion topic: was an important event on your timeline. So they can post there if they want to. Also, if they're at home doing this with their parents can post here. And then the last page is the evaluate page. And here they have the rubric, and then there's also a checklist to make sure that they have everything done. And then there's 2 opportunities for extra practice. They can print this off with their parents and make a different form of the timeline, and they can practice ordering events here as well. And then there's the little email button for them to email the instructor as well. So that's our web-based learning system. You can see that's pretty colorful. You can see that there's lots of pictures, that the text is large. So those are things that our subject matter experts had suggested that we do. So this is our final product, and we're pleased with how that went. So just to reflect on the web-based learning system, it was difficult to create a web-based learning system for kindergarten to make sure you know, it was at their level, that it was at the appropriate level. So that's something that we struggled with, and I admire you kindergarten teachers for trying to integrate technology into your classrooms, because I imagine when during the implementation that you would need almost 1 day just to go over how to do this. And then also, just as far as designing this web-based learning system, we felt like you know, this is a summer course. It goes pretty fast, so we would have loved to have more time to really you know, just jazz up the web-based learning system a little more. And then the timing of the course being in the summer is difficult to get a usability test, and the content experts, we got it all completed, but just it seemed like it went pretty fast with the tests and trying to get everything back, the information back. Overall, we're very pleased with our product, and I hope you enjoy.